Hello friends, welcome back to a new video. So in this video we are going to discuss a few things which is related to command prompt. So I'm going to discuss four things, 4 points in this video. First point is how we can run or execute a file, any file using command prompt using Selenium Java. And after that we will see how we can enter the commands in the command prompt. So once we executed that file, let's say it open up a command prompt and we want to enter some commands in the command prompt. So we will see that as a next topic. And the third point that we are discussing is how to extract or get the data from the command prompt. So once after entering some commands in the command prompt, if the command prompt is giving some final input or any data, then and we want to get that data from the command prompt, we will see that also. And finally we have to see how to close the command prompt window. So these are the four things we are discussing in this video. So first let's have a look at the first point, how to run or execute a file using command prompt. So I've created one file in my system, index.js, and you can see I've written few scripts here. And in the first what I'm doing, I'm importing one particular my test file, that's for my testing purpose. And after that what I'm doing, I'm entering some environment. So if I run this, if I open this file index.js, it will ask us to enter some environment in the command prompt. So I'll input the environment, and after that it is asking to enter the user ID. So after that I'll put the user ID, I'll enter the user ID from the command prompt, and using that entered environment and the user ID, we are generating one encrypted token that is using base64. So using base64, I'm creating one encrypted token, and finally I'm printing the data. Data is nothing but the environment that we entered plus user ID, and the final encrypted token also we are printing. So let me show you that how this feature is working using index.js, and then we will see how to automate that file. So I'm running the file using node space index.js. So once entering this index.js, it will ask us to enter the environment. So let me put some environment, let's say QA. So then if we hit enter, then it will ask us to hit the enter the user ID. So we can give any user ID. I'm just give some dummy user ID. After entering user ID, if we hit enter button again from keyboard, it will print data. Data is nothing but environment colon user ID and then encrypted data. So it has printed some encrypted data. It's encrypted using some base64 method. Okay. So now I want to see how I can run this command prompt, how I can execute, I can automate this file, and finally I want that encrypted data for my future test. Okay, so I need to see how I can extract this encrypted token also. So let's go to the video. So I've created a Java file, test command prompt.java, and I've already set the Chrome driver path. And now we have to write a code to open the command prompt, right? So in order to open the command prompt, we can write a one single line of code. I want to open the command prompt. So this line of code you can use. So you can see cmd space start cmd.exe, that will open up a command prompt. And it is applicable to if you are running your file using Windows PowerShell, you can use the same command only. And then we are choosing some color for the command prompt, and then finally you need to give the driver path wherever the file is located. You need to give that folder location, and then finally the run command, what command you are using to run your particular file. So in my case it is node space index.js. So js I've made it a separate string .js extension. If you are using some other extension, you can replace it with the .js. Okay, and then in the next line we also have to give, if this is we just declared with the command a string variable, right? And now we need to execute this command. In order to execute that, you can use this particular line, runtime.get runtime of execute of command, and its return type is process. So once after executing this code, we will be able to see the command prompt opened with the color code 30. So let's run this now. So you can see command prompt has open with the color code 30, and you can also see it is asking to enter the environment. We have automated only till this part, right? As soon as we open a file not space index.js, it will ask us to enter the environment. Now we need to automate the other parts of the code as well. Now what is our next step to enter the environment? QA, right? Let's see how we can automate that. So you know that we cannot automate the window-based pop-ups, alerts, and all, right, using Selenium. We have many limitations when we use Selenium Java. I mean, using Selenium tool. So we cannot automate window-based alerts using Selenium. But what we can do, we can take help of third-party tools. So here I am making use of robot class, and robot class is nothing but wherever the mouse is highlighted. Let's say your mouse is highlighted. Currently, when we run this command prompt, the mouse is highlighted on this command prompt, right? Now if I want to enter input any commands from my keyboard, we can use robot class. So let's say I'm telling the robot class to enter q, so it will enter q in the command prompt. But let's say if my mouse is located in some other areas, like let's say if it is in the eclipse, then if I ask to enter a, it will enter a in the eclipse only. So wherever the mouse is highlighted, it will help us to enter the commands in that particular location. So let's make use of robot class. So I'm creating the object of robot class, and you need to import the robot class. It is present in the java.awt package. You need to import that. And in robot class, we cannot enter the entire word together. We have to enter each letter one by one. So let's say I want to enter the environment QA, right? So I need to first enter Q, and in order to enter a single letter, we need to call two functions, which are key press event and then key release event. So first you need to call key press event with a letter of Q, then you need to call key release event of Q, then only Q will be entered. So whenever you want to enter any letter, then you need to call two functions, two events, key event and key press and key release. So now I want to call Q letter, right? So you can see key press off, then you need to write key event dot, and now you need to search for Q letter over here in this pop-up. So when you do control space, it will be giving so many options which are available in the robot class. So we need to look for the Q letter. So it is present somewhere here, vk underscore q. So if we are giving vk underscore q, it will q will be printed. But we need to give one more, we need to call one more event, that is key release. Okay, we need to call key release also after pressing key press, after doing key press. So the same thing we can call key event dot vk underscore q, right? And similarly, we can call a vk underscore a using key press and key release. I'm also giving some thread dot sleep just to make it a little bit slow so that we will be able to see it. Now let us run. So it is asking the environment, and QA is also printed automatically. I have not entered it manually. It is automatically input this environment, which is QA. Okay. And now what is our next step? We need to press enter, and if we press enter, it will ask us to enter the user ID, and we need to repeat the same process. So let's try it how we can do the enter keyword, enter key, how to press enter key using robot class. So in the almost same way, we can use enter. So instead of vk-q, there is something called vk-enter. So now we have entered environment QA, and then we pressed enter. And when we pressed enter, it will ask us to enter the user ID next, right? Now let's input the user ID also. So instead of QA, I am just giving some two letters, which is C and Z. Okay, so any user ID, you can give any combination of letters, not just two letters, any number of letters. Now let us execute. So this time it printed QA and it will hit enter button automatically, and it will also input CZ automatically, right? So now when we enter, we will get the encrypted data. Now our next target is to to extract the encrypted data. So far we have seen the first 2 points we covered, right? How to run of execute the file using command prompt, and how to enter the commands in the command prompt. Now our next target is how to extract or get the data from the command prompt. So there is one encrypted token in the command prompt, and I want to extract that encrypted token in my command prompt. For that, what we can do, there is no direct option to copy one particular text. So what we can do, we can copy the entire text present in the command prompt. The entire text means we will copy the whole text in the command prompt, and using some string split function, we can get the encrypted token. Okay. So in order to copy the entire content, we can use Control A with the Control C, right? So in this case, we are calling Control A, Control button and A button together, right? So we should call key release events only after pressing the Control and A, right? So first we need to call key press of key event dot vk underscore Control A, control. Then we need to call r dot key press of key1 dot vk underscore a. So control A is called together using key press. Now we can release both the keys together. So key release of you can call any of the key either you can release control first, or you can release A first. That is not an issue. You can release any key. Just that you need to press the event. You need to call the press event for both keys together. Only after that you need to put the key release when you are pressing two keys at a time. And in the similar way, we can call control C. So instead of A, we can call C. So control C. So that data will be copied to the clipboard. So now this is the line of code that you can get the data from the clipboard to our code to the string variable. You can use get system clipboard function, so that will be copy the entire content from the clipboard to a string variable str. Okay, now let us execute and let's try to print out what is being stored in the str variable. So I'm not printing the entire str because we know it will be printed, the entire content will be printed. So I'm planning to print only the encrypted token line of code. So for that we can use the substring function in Java. In string class, string data is equal to str dot of substring, and we need to pass two arguments. So from where we need to start. So I want to print the entire line of code, entire line of encrypted token. So what we can do, we can give this particular term encrypted data, so that the string will be printed from encrypted data. And then what we can do, either we can give the length of the string, or we can just simply give as it is, so it will be printed up to the length of the code. Now let's print this data variable. So it will go through all the steps again. It will enter the environment, it will enter the user ID, and next time we can reduce our sleep so that it will be a little bit faster. And it has printed encrypted data, and the entire encrypted data line will be printed in the console. And let's see. See, the encrypted data is printed along with the encrypted data text. Now what we want, I want to encrypt, I want to extract the data only the token value, which is CWE6, starting with that. So I want to extract only that token because I want to use that in my future test. Okay, let's assume that. So we can use the same function again. We can use substring function again. So let's see how to use that. String token is equal to data dot substring of Data dot substring of data dot index of again we can give this data dot data colon. So it will start from data, but we don't want data word as well. So what we need to do, we have to give some plus, we need to index data plus, and we need to give the length of the data. So how many letters are present in the data including the colon. So that length if you put, it will start only from it will start printing the text only after colon. So let me give the length of this term data. So including colon, the length is 5, but it might include the space, the starting space. But let's see this case first. And now what we can do, we can give the length of the string, or we can leave as it is. It will go up to the length of the string automatically. And now let's try to print out this token value. So this time you can see only the token is printed, but there is an extra space. So what we can do, instead of 5 we can give index as 6, so it will omit the space. We will get only the token value, right? And I'll also reduce some sleep so that it will be a little bit faster. So this time it is little bit faster, and see, only the token is printed without any extra space. So this is how we can take the data from the command prompt. So if there is any other option which is available, please you can share in the comment section. So for now I have like I use this method to copy the entire content from the command prompt, and then get the required data using the substring Java substring method. And this is like without giving the end index also we can get the data. It will anyway, it will go up to the length of the string, so we don't have to give the second argument in the substring function if we are using the if we are planning to print the up to the length of the string. But if you are planning to get the data till the end of some, a particular index, then you can give the the last index, the end value, the end index as a second argument. Now we are going to see the last point, how to close the command prompt. So so far we have opened mini command prompt, but we have not closing that command prompt using the script, right? So we will see how we can close the command prompt using Selenium. We can press Alt F4 to close any window based apps or any window based pop-ups. So let's say I'm in the Eclipse window now, right? And let's say I'm going to press Alt F4. See, when I pressed Alt F4, the Eclipse is closed automatically, and now I am reopening it again. So the same feature we can use for command prompt as well, because command prompt is automatically it will be focused, right? The mouse will be focused on the command prompt. Now when I say Alt F4, the command prompt will be automatically closed. So the same way written for Control C, we can write robot class event for Alt F4 as well. So I've written the script for Alt F4. Now let me run the script. So this time, after executing everything in the command prompt will be automatically closed. See, the command prompt is automatically closed. So it's not just for command prompt. To close any window based pop-up or window based apps, you can use Alt F4 if you are using robot class event. So we have discussed 4 points in this video. So mainly how to automate the command prompt, or you can say Windows PowerShell. So I hope this video is helpful for you. So if it is helpful, please don't forget to click the like button, and also please do subscribe to my channel. So thanks for watching. We will see in our next video. Thank you. Bye.